I'm in a groove state of mind. 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 I'm in a groove state of mind.
Quiero tequila, señor, por favor.
I'm in a groove state of mind. Moving all the time. No excuses and no blame. Stepping up my game. I'm a groove student, yes I am. You do, I know I can. Read my master plan. I'm grooving, yes I am. I'm grooving. Oh, I'm grooving. I'm grooving, yes I am. I'm grooving. Oh, I'm grooving. I'm
Tequila,
moving,
señor, por
yes I
favor.
am. I'm moving. I'm moving, yes I am. I'm moving. I'm moving, yes I am. GrooveAsia inspires me. The most lucid daydream I've been in my dream. Working at the scene, I'm feeling GrooveAsia. You know who I am. Now is my time to have a groove state of mind. Oh, I'm moving. I'm moving, yes I am. I'm moving. Oh, I'm moving. I'm moving, yes I am. I'm moving. I'm moving. I'm moving, yes I am. I'm moving. I'm letting go, rise up and we go. There's magic in the air, I feel it everywhere. I've got my groove on, who knows who I am. Now it's time to have a groove state of mind. Oh, I'm moving. I'm moving, yes I am. I'm moving. Oh, I'm moving. I'm moving, yes I am. I'm moving. I'm moving. I'm moving, yes I am. I'm moving. I'm moving. I'm moving, yes I am. Time to bust the move. Get me your own beat. The groove where life can go so sweet. Groove has got my back. Groove is telling me there's magic in my mind. I'm grooving all the time. I'm grooving. Groove, 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 groove. I'm grooving. Groove, 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 groove. I'm grooving. Groove, 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 groove. I'm grooving. I'm grooving. Oh, I'm grooving. I'm grooving, yes I am. I'm grooving. I'm moving, yes I am. I'm moving. I'm moving. I'm moving, yes I am. I'm moving. I'm moving. I'm moving, yes I am. I'm moving. I'm moving. Oh, I'm moving. I'm moving, yes I am. I'm moving. Oh, I'm moving. I'm moving, yes I am. I'm moving. Oh, I'm moving. I'm moving, yes I am. I'm moving. Oh, I'm moving. I'm moving, yes I am. I'm moving. I'm moving, yes I am. I'm moving. Oh, I'm moving, yes I am. I'm moving.
Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to day 3 of Groove Asia's 5-day challenge. We're so glad that you are here with us today. Really appreciate it. Well, we're going to be digging down deeper and deeper into Groove Mail. So, welcome to Email Alchemy. That is what that is what we are doing this week. Hello, my name is Karen Allen. I'm the Chief Program Officer here at Groove Asia, welcoming you to our second 5-day challenge of this year, as we're going to be doing this each and every month, and we're just each of every month to the end of the year, and we're just taking one of the apps in the platform and deep diving deep, and the videos are going to be accessible to you throughout the year, so you can always go back and see the replay. But when you are here in the room with us live, we're able to answer your questions here. So the best thing is to come here live. Well, today we have none other than our trainer, Peter Molinero, and also Nit Lakani has been training with us throughout the week. But today is Peter's day. Now, Peter is hailing all the way from New Zealand, starting his online selling journey in 2007. With experience in Amazon and in eBay, his proficiency in utilizing Groove since 2019 from websites and e-commerce development speaks volumes. Now, currently leading Groove Asia's Groove Card training sessions, Peter's deep knowledge and hands-on experience make him the perfect guide to unlock the full potential of Groove Mail. Now, before I welcome Peter onto the platform. Just let you know, if you have any questions, put them in the chat box. We'll be able to answer them for you. We will have some time at the end to answer those questions if you have any. But put your hands together as we welcome Peter to the stage. Welcome, Peter.
Hey, Karen, thank you for the introduction. Good to be here. Day 3. Jeez, it seems like it's day 4, day 5, but day 3 of Groove Mail, and we've been putting out some pretty good content in the last few days. Nick was yesterday. Of course, Nick and I and Karen will be going through this the rest of the 5-day challenge. So today it's me, and then and I'm going to go through a few things. So I'm just going to share my screen. Who have we got here at the moment? We've gone Johan. Good to see you, Johan. Johan's in Australia. And then John Korf. Good to see you again, John. So let me just share my screen. Might be a sec. All right. Here's what we're going to be covering today. So today's day 3, mastering email aesthetics, and one of the things that I will be doing first of all is actually go through how to set up a recipient, because we were meant to do that a couple of days ago, but we just got to the point that we were running out of time. So we'll be doing that today. It's just probably go through it. It's going to take a few minutes. It's not actually a big deal to set it up, and then after that we will look at upload bulk contact list. Now, I don't know if anybody has been down that track before, but we'll just go through the process of it, and some of the requirements that Groove actually want when you're actually uploading a bulk contact list, because it's very important. Then we're going to look at creating a great looking email templates. As you probably know, when you go through the process of actually creating, say for instance, a form, you have a choice of a basic editor, or there's another editor, or professional template editor, in terms of email, how the look and feel of your email is. So we'll be going through that process as well. So if you are a say platinum or lifetime member of Groove, you will probably have access to that, and so we'll go through that, and you'll be able to see what you can do in there. And next, after that, broadcast emails to your list. Pretty straightforward, that one. We're going to be looking at how you can do that. And just an introduction to day 4, which is tomorrow, and that's going to be about sequences. Now, we're going to need the whole session on that, because sequences, although it sounds fairly simple in a sense, but it can actually be a lot of work. But once you've got it set up, and then it's all good to go. So we're trying to create sequences that are more or less evergreen, rather than you have to keep changing all the time, because you don't want to be changing like sequences every so often, because it can actually be quite demanding on your time. So that's what we're going to be covering today, and I'm going to just stop share. And like Karen says, if you've got any questions, just put them into the chat, and then we'll take note, and then we'll answer those after the session today. We're going to put aside maybe 10-15 minutes to do that, to do so. So I'm going to share my next screen. Just give me a sec. All right. Just Karen, we all good there? You can see that screen. Awesome. Okay. Let me see who else we've got in the chat there. Rafa DS. Don't believe I've seen you around here before, but welcome, and obviously welcome to John and Johan as well. And no doubt we'll probably get some more people coming in into the Zoom as we go through it. Anyway, look, we're at the dashboard within Groove, and what we want to do is, because this is all about Groove Mail, we're going to head over to Groove Mail, and if you're new, then where to find that is up here. You can actually connect with Groove Mail there, or you can actually come up to the Groove icon here, and then come down, hover over the Groove icon, come down, and you can see Groove Mail there. And head over there. All right. Now we're going to be talking about recipients, or I'm going to show you how to create a recipient. So one of the things we need to do is we need to go over to the left-hand side menu here, and then just here, probably the second one up is senders. We're going to click on that, and then you can see here you've got email sender, SMS sender, and recipients. So we're going to just go to recipients. And this is where you can add, I'm just going to go to this on demo mode. This is where you can actually add recipients in terms of who actually receives notification if someone actually opts into your form on your website. Now, it doesn't have to be the actual email address for, say, the sender email address. So if you've got a, say, for instance, joeblogs@company.com. It doesn't actually have to be that email that you can receive notification that someone has opted on your form. My suggestion is use an email that you actually look into every day. Sometimes it could even be your personal one, like it could even be one that you kind of use all the time. And you can have all your notifications from all your different email senders, or forms, I should say, come to that one email address, so that you can just check them in one place, rather than go from here to there and to there. I'm just going to have a quick look and just see. We have, yeah, so they're mostly these are all actually domain email addresses. So if you've got a domain email address, like say for instance for mine, I check it all the time, and that's peterm@ekiwionline.com, and that's one I actually check all the time. It's kind of like a catch-all email for all the different sender emails that I actually have within Groove, not only for my businesses, but also for my clients' businesses. And the reason why I do that, the reason why I get notification if someone opts in onto my clients' form on their website, I just want to make sure that it's actually functioning, so that I can sort of see, yes, if someone's actually sent a message to my client, then I know that it's still functioning and things are going right. If I feel that it's probably been maybe a day or so gone by and they've not received anything, then I can check into it to make sure that it's operating properly. So, and these are kind of the things that you need to do. You can't just sort of set it and forget. Sometimes, or actually all the time, at least once or twice a month. You need to check up on your forms, make sure that they're working properly. Otherwise, you can go for a long time not realizing that your form, for whatever reason, has broken connection and no one's able to get through or send messages, or they try to send messages, but nothing's coming through to you because it's got the form is broken. So those are the type of things that you need to ensure that you take care of in terms of maintaining not only your forms, but also your clients' forms if you're actually doing what I'm doing, and that's building websites for local businesses. All right, so let's go through adding a recipient. So and this is nice and simple, straightforward. We're just going to add a new recipient, and we're going to put the name of the recipient name. I'm just going to use eKiwi online, and I'm just going to put the email address in there. I'm just going to put info at, actually I'll put the one that I normally do all the time, PDM at eKiwiOnline.com. All right, so that's that one. I'm just going to create recipient. Oh, that's already been used. Let's try another one. Let's do that again. eKiwi Online, and hopefully this one's not used. Info at eKiwiOnline.com. Okay, cool. And now it's actually been successfully installed. I'm just going to go with demo mode, and here you can see it there. It's not verified yet, so we actually need to get that verified. So generally what you do is go to your email address to make sure that you've got a email from Groove, and that's still probably making its way to me. But once that's actually verified in your email, then that would actually say yes, like these ones here. Okay. All right. So that's fairly straightforward. That's a recipient. That's how you set it up. And as I suggested, you actually need, here we go. I've just got the verification email. So now, when I go to it, if I just take this off demo mode again, now you can see it has been verified. All right, cool. Awesome. So that's that one there. Now, just need to see where we're at. Excuse me for a moment. All right. Okay, now the next one is actually upload bulk context. Now, if you can, just put in a one if you've actually done bulk context before in Groove, or a two if you haven't. I just want to get an idea just how many of you may know much about uploading bulk. Okay, so quite a few of you, well, pretty much all of you don't know how to do it, which is good because this is what this is all about, right? So it's about learning it. It's fairly straightforward, but then there are some certain requirements that you will need to actually ensure that you do. So that's and they're really important. All right. Okay, cool. What we're going to do is we're going to go from here on the left-hand panel, and we're going to go up to context here. And then we're going to go to context there, click on that. And you can see here, now I've actually got this in demo mode. That's why you can't actually see all the names. So this is actually quite good when I'm actually, obviously doing a presentation like this. We don't want to give away personal information, but here we are going to, we can either add an individual or a single contact, or we can import contacts. So obviously import contact is more about bulk. Single ones, you obviously just do them singly. Now, this means that these are contacts that you don't already have in your Groove account. Right? So these are contacts that you haven't actually got through a website form or things like that. These are ones that probably you have actually built up a list of contacts, maybe a manual list, and that you want to import it up into Groove Mail, or you might have a list or CSV list from somewhere else from another platform or whatever that you had, and you downloaded that list in the CSV form and you want to upload it into GrooveMail. So so that's the context we're talking about, not ones that actually exist on your GrooveMail at the moment. Now, having said that, you can download your GrooveMail contact list as well as a CSV, so you can also do that as well. And in actual fact, you can actually do that and upload it into GrooveCard, and you can add a contact list in there if you wanted to. But this is all about GrooveMail, and so we're going to go through, first of all, adding a single contact. All right, and so we're just going to go add single contact, and there you have it. So you're going to all you're going to do is you're just going to put their details in there. Now, let's just say you don't actually have all their details. Don't worry, you don't need to have all their details. You just need to have probably the main ones, which is going to be the name and the email address. You don't even really need to have the phone number or the address. It doesn't really matter. If it helps, you can probably add a country if you know it. But really, at the end of the day, name, phone number, and that's about it, really. So let me just finish this off. Actually, phone number you don't really need either as well. So we're not going to even put that in. These are probably these two here are probably the main ones. Down here, we're going to assign them to a list. So obviously you'll have a like a gallery of lists where you've probably created from that you've probably created before. So for instance, if I'm looking at something like, let's just say I want to add them to AI SEO Insider Secrets as my list. These are people who are, interested in learning how to do SEO and using AI to do it. So I can add them to the list, and then I could also tag them with the same, not a list, but it's a tag with the same name. All right, so I can do that, and then all I need to do from there is just create contact. And once that's done, then it'll go into your contact list. Let me just see demo mode. There you see up the top there it is. Okay, so nice and simple. You don't have to worry too much about creating a single contact. However, when you get to the bulk or imported contacts, that's a different story. Okay, so there's a few more steps that you need to do before you successfully upload bulk contacts. So we're going to go to add new contacts. We're going to go import contacts, and here is the start of the process. Now the process is that Groove will put you through this process in order to make sure that the list of contacts that you're uploading is a credible list. They're all that they're not a bought list, so you can actually buy leads out there with contact information. But the problem is, and you can buy it in bulk, but the problem is with that, you'll get anybody and everybody's emails in there, even spammers and all that sort of thing. And that's one thing Groove do not want on their platform. So they take very, very huge precautions in order to make sure that their platform is safe and that their reputation, email reputation is is intact. So this is the whole process. They want to know how you collected these records, right? And if they've been hosted on a email server platform email server provider, like say for instance ActiveCampaign or Hub. What's the other one? Hub something anyway, but there's a few. Okay, MailChimp, there's a few, but at the end of the day, they just want to know which one. If it's actually hosted on those platforms, they just put it in here. But I'm actually going to, and I've done this before, where I've actually had a client that they didn't get any, all their contacts wasn't actually through a website. It was actually a manual process. So what they did was that they actually held like a pop-up kiosk every sort of once a week, and my client was an artist, and they were just getting information of people who might be interested in being informed about, you know, some of his artwork that was coming out, or some of the artwork that was available, and things like that. So they were manually writing down or getting the person to write down their name and their email address and their phone number into a list, of a paper list. So that's how I put it through to Groove. Other than that, if you actually do actually have a list from, say, MailChimp or Active Campaign, then you can put that here as well. But let's just say I'm going to put in collected. Actually, I think I've got this already prepared. Let me just have a look. Yes, I have. This will save a bit of time. All right. HubSpot was the one I was thinking about. Okay, so I've put in here collected our contact list over a period of 2 years through actually not through our online store, through 2 years manually. We'll put manually. They are people interested in our product and service, wanting to be kept informed of new upcoming products and latest newsletter. Are they hosted in a commercial ESP platform? If so, which one? So no, I'm going to put no, because obviously this was a manual process, so it wasn't done on a platform. So it was done. No, we're just going to put NA. Because I think I've kind of sort of outlined it here anyway. All right. Now, as I said before, if it's a MailChimp or Active Campaign, that's all you got to put there through your website, an Active Campaign. Now, this is kind of gets a little bit trickier when you go here, add the website URLs you built your mail list from. Now, that's kind of suggesting, well, okay, we're actually assuming that this is all done through websites. Now, here I'm just going to put their website. I'm not going to actually leave it like do it not applicable or leave it empty. I'm just going to actually, here. Let me just wonder if I did leave it empty, what will happen? No, definitely got to put an a URL. So it's https/ and then we'll go Martin Evans.com. Okay, and we're just going to add that, and then we're going to go next. All right, the username in terms of the email address, so they just want to verify that this is actually an email address. So I am just going to put Martin. Oh. And then send. Now I normally you'll put a verification code in there. Now I will have to probably go to their log into their email address, because I do manage it as well. But I'm not going to do that at this stage. But what actually happens is that you put in an email address, or sorry, the verification code. Actually, let me just quickly see if I can actually get it. Yeah, I won't be able to get it straight away, but you put in the verification code. The next thing is that you'll go to the GDPR regulations, and you'll have to follow the process there, and then list tags and import. So you're going to assign them to a list or a tag, and then import them. All right. Now it will be vetted at the end of the day. Once it's been submitted, it will be vetted to ensure that the email list is safe. And then once it's actually they've vetted it, and they will then approve it if it all sort of ticks all the boxes. So that's the process of importing contacts. It is a bit of a process, but my suggestion is, if you want to avoid, if you only got a small list to begin with, then maybe do it single if you don't want to go through this whole shebang. But that's kind of how you import bulk loads of contacts. As hopefully everybody can see how that works. Blah, blah, blah. Let me just see if there's some questions here. Okay, cool.
I do have a question.
Yeah, I do actually. Yeah, I was going to answer it later, but I mean, I might as well answer it now. So that's Carolyn, right? You're talking about?
Right.
So
Yes.
Carolyn, if you don't have a website URL that has an email address, can you even do this? The SendGrid tutorial says I need that. My website doesn't have an email account currently. So yeah, you do. So the email domain needs to correspond with the website URL, because that's how they will check or vet it to see whether or not you actually have a business domain for that website. And then if you do, that's the whole purpose of here, is that you put the username of your website in there, and then you'll actually get an email to verify that that's you. And then once you verify it, then you go to the next stage, which is the GDPR regulations, and then to carry on for the rest of the process. So yes, you do actually need an email address. Now, if you've bought your domain, say with GoDaddy or even Namecheap, I always use Namecheap. I use GoDaddy for New Zealand domains, because Namecheap doesn't do New Zealand domains like .co.nz. That's our extension. They only do .com and a few other ones, but they don't do .co.nz. So GoDaddy I use for New Zealand domains, and then once I've done that, once I've created the domain, I then transfer it over to Namecheap. So it's a bit of a process to do that, but sometimes I don't do that, and sometimes I do. But Namecheap is a good place to get the domains, and also to get your email. I believe even if you just get a single email for your domain, it costs about 99 cents a month, or you can pay that yearly. A bit of a discount if you pay it yearly, I guess, but 99 cents for one email is a really good price. If you were to do that through GoDaddy to get an email, it'd be a lot more expensive, and they kind of do it in packages. And yeah, now here's a tip: when you're using Namecheap, do not turn on the auto renewal for your domain or your email accounts either. Don't turn on the auto renew, because what will happen is that when it does renew, it will actually do it for the full price. And what I normally say to people, there is an extension that's called Honey. And I don't know if any of you know, but this extension is actually a Chrome extension, and you can add that to your Chrome browser. And now when you actually when you're going through the Namecheap checkout to renew or purchase a domain or even an email account, you can use Honey to actually check to see if there's any coupons. Now, probably 9.9 times out of 10, there is a discount. And it's a fairly good discount too as well when it comes to buying, purchasing domains, or or renewing. So you definitely don't want to turn on your auto renew, otherwise you'll get it at the full price. But if you turn it off and then it comes time to renew, then you can actually click on the Chrome extension and then get a discount for that renewal. So just a tip. All right, hopefully that is clear enough for people to understand. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to come out of here. Like I said, it is a process. You just all that Groove wants to know is that this email list is not a bought email or leads list or anything like that, because you could get they could actually just sort of say, hey, we're not going to let you upload a list. In fact, it's a bit of a worry that you're doing this. Where did you get your list from? And if it's a paid list, then they'll just reject it. All right. So and the best way is the best thing is actually to add lists that you've worked for. that you've actually put some effort to get, and you know that they're a credible list. All right, let's just get out of there. Well, now let's see us where we're up to. Okay, so creating great looking templates, email templates. Some of you have probably gone down this track, probably not all of you. If you're new to Groove, this would, and you're actually a lifetime member or premium lifetime member, then you will have access to this. If you're a free member, you won't have access to what I'm about to show you. All right, I'm going to go to, I'm in Groove Mail, and I'm going to go to forms. Now, Nick went through forms yesterday, and that was really comprehensive training. So what we're going to do, I'm not, because he has his own account, I won't be using the same form, obviously, that he had demonstrated yesterday, but I'm going to go to forms, and I have a few different forms here, right? Some of these are my clients and some of them are my own, but let's just say I am going to go through Pinpoint Local, and I'm going to edit. All right, so I'm not going to cover all this because, like I said, Nick has gone through with the forms, but we're just going to go straight from build form to setup. All right, you can go save and next, save and next, save and next. You know, if you want to get through the whole different things, but in this particular case, what I'm going to demonstrate is how you can actually create a good looking email template, you know, to send out to your list, if you like. So I'm just going to go straight to setup. And Nick will show you yesterday up here that where you put the form, your form name, and how you add your list and how you add your tags. And you know, in terms of sequences, we're going to be covering that tomorrow, by the way. So at the moment, it's not subscribed to any sequence. But down here, we have the double opt-in. Now, the double opt-in, we have a bit of a choice here. Actually, let's see. Sorry, my mouse is playing up a wee bit. But, oh gosh, where are we? What happens here? Yeah. So with the double opt-in, this is where you get the, this is the only way you can actually get to these different editors. Now you have the HTML content. We're not even going to worry about that because that's not really relevant. But by default, you're going to come to the basic email editor. Now, you'd probably only use this when someone opts into your form on your website. And when they opt in, you're going to send them a simple message which has got the opt-in confirmation link. So they need to verify their email before you send them the next email. You know, so it might be an offer. The next email might be a downloadable bonus that you had on your landing page to say, hey, put your name and your email address in here, and if you sign up for a free Groove account, then you will then I'll send you a bonus, which will be a downloadable PDF about how to actually start up your own e-commerce business. So those sorts of things. So that's how you can get them to verify the email address. Once they verify the email address, you know that they're a credible email address because it's a two-step process. If you did the single opt-in, what will generally happen is that you could get anybody opting in, even spammers and all that, because they don't actually have to go through the multi-step verification process. But this way, they have to and they can't, because it's all done by sort of like bots, okay? So bots don't kind of do that two-step thing. Now, once we get to, like I said, this is the basic email editor, and that's probably the first use that you, the first time you use it. That's the likely scenario like I just described. But continuing on for that, if you want to sort of start setting them out like things like promotional things, promotional products or services, then you want to maybe probably dress it up a bit. You don't want something like this, you know, you're just going to put basic text in there. It's going to look pretty budget, and, you know, you want to dress it up a wee bit. Like I have clients, I have a vet client, I have a car dealer client, I have a builder client. So these this is actually kind of useful for me in order to actually support them in their email campaigns, reaching out to the existing customers by retargeting to them. So I want to really sort of dress it up a wee bit. So like I said before, if you're premium or lifetime member, you will have this available for you, and that is the professional email editor. Put a 1 in there if you guys have actually used this before. Can't even see my chat. Not yet, Rafa said. Okay. Karen, yes. Johan, you haven't. Okay, cool. Oh, you might be interested in this, Johan. Okay, so let me just go through it. We click on that, and all we do is we compose your email. All right, so we're going to click on there. It's going to take us to here where there's all these email templates. There's a whole range of them. I mean, there's literally hundreds, I think, and they just add to them all the time. All right. Now, just to let you know, this is not a Groove product as such. It's a third-party product, but Groove have the white label for it. So they and that comes with the premium. So you don't actually have to pay monthly subscriptions or anything like that. It just comes, it's there for you to use, and it's a great looking, I've been through it, I've used it a few times, and it's a great asset when you're actually doing marketing. So and you've got all these different types of categories here, like I think you've even got seasonal holidays now, or seasonal stuff, like Halloween. We've got what we've got here, mystery stuff like that. Let me have a look. There's so much here. Okay, look, you got May Day, you got Geek Pride Day, World Environment Day. I think at one stage, yeah, look, we've got Waitangi Day. Now, people don't know what Waitangi Day is. It's a New Zealand holiday. We just had it actually last week on the 6th of February. It's the day that it's a commemoration date where the Indigenous people of New Zealand, the Māori people, and the European people came together to actually sign a treaty, which is still in discussion and dispute today, because there are a few things that weren't honoured, and so that's still active today. And Waitangi Day is in full force here in New Zealand. Johan would know what Waitangi Day is. He's actually from here, but and as you can see, they've got it there. I don't know if they've got anything. No, they don't. So maybe you should put something in there if you're from here. But you got all these different types of things, so you can actually, a lot of work is just done for you. But let's go up here. I'm going to go to pets and animal care, because what's happened here? Oh, take that out. There we go. So now I'm going to get some emails templates that is like pet related, and I've used one of these for my vet client to actually reach out to his clients, his list, and just promoting his services and products. So if I have a look on here, let's just say I'm promoting pet food for him. I'm just going to have a preview. This is what the email is going to look like. Wouldn't you think that's actually fantastic looking email that you can send to your clients? So this is the type of thing you have access to. So all you got to do, if you like it, and this is what you want to send up to your existing list, then all you got to do is select it, and you can make changes. Obviously, you don't want to just send them the template, obviously, because you want to make it your own for your own business, your own logo and things like that. So you get to the area where you can actually, it's the email builder. Up here, obviously, you can actually add your logo. So it's a matter of clicking on that section there, or that element. And you can actually use a URL for the logo, or you can change the image by using anything that's actually in your gallery. And I think I've got theirs in here somewhere. Let me just go scroll down a bit more. Now, by the way, Groove are working on, and I know that it's still in the mix. They're working on a way where they can categorize all your different logos into so that it's easier to get to them straight away rather than scrolling down. So that's something that they're looking at doing. All right, so here we go. I think we're down here a bit more. Here we go. Where's their logo? Pet Vet. It's somewhere here. Here we go. And that one there. So I'm just going to have a look at the size of this logo. I don't want it too big. That's too big. So I'm just going to actually make it something like about, I don't know, 150. And you can see it, the other side adjusts. If this is locked, the other side will adjust and resize it to suit. And then I'm just going to crop and select, and then I'm just going to pop my logo in there. Right, so that's their logo. And you know, we've got like you can change the colors of the background by just clicking on here, and then you can sort of change, you know, different colors. Let me just have a look here. You would change the picture, you can change the text, obviously put in some content in there, but yeah, pretty much. And then you just change this out for, you know, maybe your product image and all that. But pretty much this is all done for you. Now, when you've got things like Shop Now, you can actually click on there. You go to the button and you can actually put the link of where that product is on your store. All right, so that you can do that there. You just put the URL in there, and then that will link into that button, and it'll go to that page on your store where that product is. All right, and so just from the email that you send, so they can directly link up to your store, directly link up to that product and all that sort of thing. So definitely, this is a very cool way and very marketable way to you know, reach out to your list or to your clients list. If some of you are actually doing what I'm doing, I do web design, digital marketing. I use solely Groove for my web designs, and you know, I can offer them this as part of a package deal, because really at the end of the day, in terms of the email campaigns, it's not costing me a lot to actually design these emails for them. So, you know, I can charge them a certain price per month that covers their maintenance of their website, that covers an hour worth of you know, time of my time to do things like this, to, you know, to set a campaign up for them and all that. And you can charge them, you know, you can pick what price. I mean, these days now, to do something like this, probably nothing less than $500 a month if you know, if you're doing this. But you can be very competitive, and you can actually sharpen your price if you wanted to. But you know, this is something, it's an asset to your business if you're doing what I'm doing. And you know, you can promote these to your customers and always, you know, always get their business. So that's kind of how you can dress this up. Not a lot you have to do, really. You don't really have to do a lot of redesigning, things like that, because if you know, you can see here, most of it's done for you. It's, if anything, it's actually really changing the content. Things like you know, like headers like this here. If you click on there, it'll sort of show you like spacing and all that sort of stuff. Link color, so you can change the link color. So when you actually hover over the link, because that's got a link in it by the looks of it, or when you hover over it, then you can, you know, you'll see that color, the purple color, a range of different things. Really, it is actually coming in here and having just playing around with it, just, you know, testing it out, doing different things. You're not going to break anything. It's, you know, it's not going to sort of, like, if you do something wrong, nothing's going to happen. You probably just have to sort of just, you know, if you're not sure what you've done and you've done something and it's not working well, just delete it and restart again. Pretty much how it works. But you can save it. You can save it, and you can save it as, and I'm going to confirm it. But if we go back in here again, you should be able to save it as your own templates, because you should have your own templates in here. You can see one I've saved here. So you'll be able to save your own templates as well. All right. So once you've actually made changes to them, then you can save them and you can reuse them, rehash them. You don't have to do that all over again. So that's the beauty of this. And I really suggest, if you're going to get into marketing and sending out sequences or doing sequences for emails and stuff like that for yourself or for your clients, then really take advantage of these hundreds and hundreds of different things. Like even if you're doing, like, say, even for e-commerce, I do a lot of e-commerce. So there's templates in here that I can use, and there's abundance of them. It's just it's really, I'm sport for choice, and that's the whole the great thing about it. Sports, I think, what was there was the seasonal one. There were Halloween ones too as well. Probably have to look further into it, but yeah, there were Halloween ones. Hanukkah, I think. I wonder if there's actually a Chinese New Year. Here we go. All right, so this is Chinese New Year. I don't really see anything that's too Chinese New Year-ish about that, but then at the end of the day, there's Halloween. That doesn't even look like Halloween. I've got something selected here somewhere else by the looks of it. Okay, they don't look like Halloween, but anyway, I know how Halloween is in there. But yeah, have a play around with it. It's actually really a really cool tool to use. I've used it quite a few times for different things. So really get in there and have a go. All right. Yeah, so that's kind of covering the professional email editor. Let me see where I'm at. Okay, broadcasting your emails to your list. All right, that was something that we're going to be covering today. Now, really what a broadcast is simply just sending out an email. And I've done this a few times. As a local business myself here in my city, I actually belong to a business networking group called BNI. Some of you might know what BNI is. It's global. And I'm the vice president for that group. And now and then I send out correspondence to the members of the chapter. Just especially if we've got an event coming up and all that sort of thing. So I use the broadcast feature to do that. I'm just going to get out of there, and then let's just go. Okay, we're just going to go back and go back to here. So where are we? When you go up to the envelope looking icon, so that's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 icons from the bottom, or 4 from the top. But you go into here and then you go to broadcast. Okay, so this is where you're going to sort of send out a bit of a broadcast. So all you do simply is just new broadcast. And again, this is fairly straightforward. You can do an SMS broadcast. Now, the thing with the SMS, Groove don't provide the SMS for you as such. So there is a cost behind SMS. So SMTP senders such as or providers such as, say, SendGrid, and there's a couple of others too as well that actually do provide SMS ability. Then you can actually do it through their app. I mean, SendGrid is actually, you can actually connect SendGrid up to Groove Mail, but you can do it through there. So we don't really do a lot with SMS. Of myself personally, I don't. This one here, postcard or letter, this was something that was introduced a while back. There was actually a promotional thing where you could actually join up, I think, for a one-time offer. I didn't take advantage of it at the time. I'm not actually sure if you can actually get, I don't think you can. But yeah, this probably won't be available to most of you anyway. but the promotion was that if you you could send personalized cards or letters, or postcards, I should say, and personalized sort of notes or messages to anyone in the world. It all looks handwritten, and you can send them to via mail. Okay, not email, but by mail, and it just added that personal touch. However, in New Zealand, they're looking at actually closing down the postal service because more and more people now are actually getting invoices and letters and everything else via email. So it's really, there's not enough work, if you like, for people to do okay, to actually provide that service. So anyway, let's just get back to the broadcast. I'm just having a little bit of issue with my mouse at the moment. So all you do is actually you click on the email broadcast, you add a name. I'm just going to put BNI newsletter, and the broadcast category is going to be BNI works, and then I'm just going to go next. Now I've got a list that's actually tagged. Oh, I've got a list of people that belong to the BNI group. So all I've got to do is click on here, so belong to a subscribed list or has a tag. In this case, I'm going to put subscribed list, and this is kind of like segmentation. All right, you're actually segmenting out. Say, for instance, if I've got people that belong overall to, say, for instance, my business Pinpoint Local, all people that are actually members of my Pinpoint Local on this list. But in that list, there are various people that are interested in different things. As far as my business goes, there might be people that are actually interested in who have actually showed interest in building a website. Or have a website built for them, or there might be people who are actually interested in digital marketing. So this is where I have actually two different, I guess, tags, or tags, if you like. So at the end of the day, like if I, that same list of people, the overall part where they belong to a list for my business, but then they had been segmented, if you like, to being just interested in, say, for instance, and I don't actually have it in here, but maybe a free Groove account, okay? But they belong to the same overall list. So this is how you can segment out people. Instead of actually sending it to everybody, you're only going to send it to the ones that are actually interested. The important thing about this is that you're not spamming people who don't want to care about about what you're actually providing, because it's not something they're interested in. You're only actually sending out to recipients who are actually interested in that particular product or that service. And that's how you can segment them out, right? So for here, I'm just going to cut that out because I'm just going to go back to what I had before. I'm going to go to subscribe list. I'm going to go to BNI, where that is. Where can we go? BNI where it works. And now I have 26 people in that group that I can broadcast to. So I'm then going to go to next. The sender, I'm going to, so this is where we've covered this in terms of a sender. And most of you would know here in this room now that Groove Mail will be discontinuing the GrooveMail SMTP. So you have to rely on things like Amazon, SendGrid, and Mailgun, and a few others. But as you can see here, I've got a couple of Amazon ones. So because I've actually labeled them, so I know that these are Amazon SMTP or senders. So I'm probably just going to use this one here. Actually, hang on. Let me just go down a bit further. I do have some SendGrid ones somewhere too as well. There, that one there. Okay, so that's a SendGrid one. I'm just going to enter a subject. You can here see this little plus sign here. You can click on that. Basically, you can actually, for the subject, and use their name, their last name or whatever. But what happens is, if you use their name, let's just say, you're going to put their first name in there, and you're going to go, hi, first name. Okay, so, and then you go, you can't miss out. You can't miss out on this. Oh, don't always do that. Go, miss out on this. All right, so you can do something like that if you want to. Just something that sort of captures the attention of the viewer. We don't have to worry about preview too much. You can use the professional email editor, or you can use the the basic email editor. Let's just say I'm going to use this one here. Again, I'm going to compose an email. I'm just going to grab anything here, by the way. Let me just grab this one here. This is only for an example. I'm not going to actually send the email. Otherwise, the members of my chapter will wonder what's going on. Save and exit. Right, and I am going to go BNI. So the category is, I've got a category for these emails. Category is BNI Works emails. Email name. I'm just going to put pinpoint local. Oh, actually, hang on. Yeah. No, I'll just put BNI. And then I go save. Once I've done that, I should actually have all that in there, right? And I can preview it. There's the email that's going to be sent. Obviously, when I was in the template, I could put like messages in there. Hey, don't miss out on this. Cute, cuddly animals. I can do things like that, whatever. But this is just a demo for demo purposes. I haven't made any changes. I can actually send a test email to myself to see what it all looks like before I send it out to the rest of the membership. And then from there, I'm just going to get rid of this little toolbar thing here. I go next. All right, and then I can either send now, or I can schedule for later, or save as a draft. All right, so you don't actually have to send it straight away. You can actually schedule it. So you can click on there, then you can choose a date. So click on the choose date and time. Let's just say I want to go to the 16th, go next. What time? I'm just going to go, choose a time. 10 to 9. Okay. I can change the broadcast name. I can edit the list and tag segments. So in here, it's not too late to change anything before you send it off. I can change the sender if I like, and there's given me another preview of what the email looks like. Also, it's got my subject lined up there. So just to let you know that this part here gets populated with the first name of the of your contact. So whoever you're sending it to, this is how you can personalize your emails. So and make them real personalized when it comes to the recipient. So if their name is Jane Doe, it's going to say just the first name. Hi Jane, you can't miss out on this. All right, so it's a really, really good tool, and then you just schedule it for later. So I'm not going to do that because I don't want to send this out. But at the end of the day, that's the process of actually doing a broadcast, and that's how you can segment your emails. Okay. Lastly, I think coming up. Let me just have a quick look. All right, so we are actually towards the end of today's session, and as mentioned at the beginning, we're just going to go into sort of a bit of a preface or introduction into what's happening in day 4 tomorrow. It just feels like day 5. That's going to be day 5 tomorrow. I don't know why, but it just seemed like I'm actually one day ahead of myself. All right, so I'm just going to go out of this, but day 4 is all going to be about sequences, and I just want to get one, just save and exit. Okay, so sequences. Now, where are we? In this list here under campaigns, sequences, this is where we're going to be working through tomorrow. Now, I actually have one here, it's active. I'm going to give you a little bit of an insight to what a sequence looks like. All right, when you're actually doing a sequence, and here it is here. Actually, not that one. Sorry. Let's go to back here. That one there. This is a 9-day sequence. I'm gonna just put the view down a bit. All right. Now, if it looks intimidating, it's not. There's a few things that we will need to actually create this. It will take a bit of time and effort for you to do it, but once you've done it, and I only suggest when you do something like this, that it's for an evergreen product, not something that's going to sort of like disappear in the next month or so, and you have to do a sequence every month for different things. You want to set this up so that it's actually for an evergreen product. Now, having said that, I may have to change the sequence at some point, because this is actually for a free Groove account. And this was done when the free Groove account was actually, there was no talk about maybe stopping the free forever, and looking at sort of like a trial basis. So that could change, and I would need to change my sequence, because that's what the sequence is for, a free Groove account. But just to give you a quick insight into what that looks like, if we go into here, the first one here, so we'll go into, hang on, let me just blow this up a wee bit. And you can sort of just drag it to wherever you want to go. You go into the 3 dots here, you go edit, and it looks pretty straightforward here, but really the messaging is in here, and this is where you're going to put a lot of your stuff. So this is what they're going to see in the email. All right. So we're going to cover that tomorrow. We're going to cover how you do that, how you do the triggers, how you connect the list, the tags, and how what that has to do, or how that is related to the forms that Nick went over yesterday, and in terms of a form, how that's all connected, and how you connect it up to a sequence. And if you remember rightly, when we were doing the when we were in the setup of the form, you would have seen that there was does it have a sequence? And I chose no, because at that stage there was no sequence for that. So when we choose yes, we connect it up to a sequence. So that's tomorrow, just a little bit of info about it. And yeah, so I look forward to doing that. That's going to be a whole session on sequences, and in fact I'm sure you guys are going to have a lot of questions about it. So we definitely need that 1 hour for it. All right, that's me, Karen. Is there, I'm just going to check to see if there's any questions. So just before I do that, yeah, so thanks for everybody coming. I just want to acknowledge there's a few other people that have joined while I've been talking. So Suad Muhammad, and then we have D Chan, which is Danielle. Good to see you, Danielle. And who else? Yeah. So there were a few that sort of tuned up. So yeah, so thanks for joining us. I think I'll hypothetically I'll close it now, Karen, in terms of today's session, but we'll leave the questions. We won't record the questions like we've done in the past.
Yes, we are recording the questions on here, and some of the questions I'm going to be answering in just a moment. We do have a question that can the Groove Mail be linked to Shopify or Etsy store? That was
Can
one
you
of the
connect
questions.
your Shopify with GrooveMail? No. So if you're looking at sort of connecting a like a plugin into Shopify where you can connect it to GrooveMail, no, you can't.
Okay.
It's not compatible, and in fact, Shopify do it purposely that way so that they control everything. And you probably will find too that would be the same with GrooveMail as well. With Groove, you know, Groove doesn't unless you get some sort of authority to actually to do it. Groove don't actually allow plugins into other platforms like Shopify. But what you can do in terms of Shopify, if you want to switch over from Shopify to GrooveCart, we do actually have an import tool in GrooveCart, so you can actually do that. But that's a little bit of subject.
Awesome. All right. I think that's all the questions. And thank you so much, Peter. You want to end your screen share?
Yeah. Look, I just sort of just scrolling down a wee bit. What is our homework, Suad? Do you want some homework, Suad? If it's a challenge, do you want some homework? I guess the challenge is to actually, you know, if you've come in a little bit later, there's going to be the recording that's going to be up. Have we connected live yet, Karen? Is we still having issues with YouTube?
Yes, we are, but these videos will be up on YouTube in just a few hours.
Okay,
YouTube
so
and on in the Facebook group, and I'm gonna show everyone where those are.
here's your homework, Suad, is watch the replay, because you would have missed probably half of it. But you know, and try and go through the processes that I've outlined before. I don't think you were on day one. So if you can, look for day one challenge, day two, and of course this is day three. But look for those and then sort of just you know, like go through them, watch the replays, because it's very important how, like, even with the Groove Mail set up SMTP for say Amazon and SendGrid, which you're going to have to do now. You're going to have to use a third party. It's very important that you watch those videos, because you won't be able to do it in the future with using the Groove Mail SMTP. So that's your homework. But otherwise, yeah, look, everything that I've gone through today, test it out yourself, do it yourself, and you know, set up your first say broadcast and schedule it. And if you want to share that, I would say if you want to share that tomorrow, we might have a little bit of time for people to actually share what they've actually done, and we can yeah, have a look, and then I can critique it if you like, or if there's issues with it, then I can probably help you. What else have we got there? Hi, Rosalina, good to see you. Been a while, so yeah, good to see you. Thank you for today's training. No problem, Judy. Thank you for being here. And I would say, other than that, Groove, I would say that's a wrap, Karen.
Awesome, awesome. Well, thank you so much, Peter, for your time and expertise. I do want to share my screen and show you guys where everything is going to be located. And let's give a big round of applause to Peter. Thank you, thank you. So let me show you share my screen and show you where everything is located. The replays are located. Okay, so you can go to our Facebook group, which is facebook.com/groups/GrooveAsia.cm. And if you come down here, you can already see the events are already established in here. You can click on the events itself, that will take you to it, or you can go to the events tab. When you go to the events tab, it will take you to the events. Take you to the events and just click on the ones that you want to see. In the past, it will have the replay on there, the whole recording, and any of the PDFs that Nick or Peter has given out, which will be in the comment box. It could be in the comment box, but also in the file under the files tab. So I'm going to show you where that is. So today's replay will be uploaded here in a few hours once it gets downloaded, rendered, and uploaded again. So it will be here, located here. The Zoom link that you received today is going to be the Zoom link, the same link you can use for the rest of the week to come into the 5-day challenge, and those are posted right here. Okay, going back here, I just want to show you the files tab is where all the PDFs are going to be listed. And Nick and Peter have given out PDFs on day one. So make sure you check those out. Also, GrooveAsia has a lot of things going on. You can go to GrooveAsia.cm/resources to see the calendar that we have. So you can check here and go to the calendar. Please scroll down. We do have some other events that are coming up. Peter himself is going to be doing the ecom workshop next week on the 22nd EST here on the 22nd. So that is going to be next week. Make my first dollar online. We're doing another one of those. Also, some training with AI. Those things are coming up. But if you just click the calendar right here and click that button, you can see everything that's going to be all the upcoming activities that we have. And you can register for any of these. The link to register is going to be, once you click it, it's going to be the hyperlink in blue, and you can register for any of these events that are coming up here on this screen. So you'll be there and you'll be available and you will know what's going on. Sorry, my screen is a little fuzzy. All right, so those are how you get to all the things that are coming up. The link is the same link for tomorrow, Thursday, and Friday, which will be our last day. The same Zoom link, the same time, the same channel. The time will be at 5 p.m. EST, which is 6 a.m. GMT plus 8. So Rosaline, I know you up early in the morning. early, you and Johan, up early in the morning. So we do appreciate you being here at that time. And we're going to end this, and we will see all of you tomorrow. And you have a great rest of your evening or morning.
You gotta get into the groove. Hi, this is Simon Liang with GrooveAsia.cm. Are you already a part of the #1 community in the world? If not, do so right now for free training and support, along with live sessions to help you succeed. Start now by joining us in our private Facebook group and get more exclusive video content on our YouTube channel. Make sure to like and subscribe with notifications turned on for all updates. Join our community right now. Let me know if you have any questions, and I will see you on the inside at GrooveAsia.cm.